So now I'd like to just go through the process of bringing in some more data from an Excel file and manipulating that data. So I'm going to go in my Power Query Editor to my New Source button. I'll click File and I'll choose Excel Workbook. I have a file called Target and Actual Sales, so I'll click Import. The first thing I notice is that I have this sheet, Sales by Region, and if I click OK, it'll bring it into Power Query and I'll be able to transform it. The last query in my list of queries is the one I've brought in most recently. Now I want to use the first row as, well, before I do that, I actually want to sort this data. Actually, before I even do that, I think I do want to lift this first row to become column headings. So I'm just going to click this button, use first row as headers. And so now I can see my headers are 2020, 2021, 2022, etc. Now I want to remove the last row. So I'm going to remove rows and remove bottom rows and the last row. So the first bottom row is to be removed. Now I'd like to also remove the grand total column. So I'm going to click on grand total and just simply hit the delete key to delete that column. I now want to rename the first column, so I click on the first column heading, press F2 and I type region. And so these are my various steps. If I click on source, that's the source of the file. Navigation is bringing the data in. We promoted the headers. It changes some of the data types and promotes the headers again and changes the data type. We remove the bottom row, we remove the column, and we rename the column region. So these steps are very important. This is the type of manipulation or transformation that this data has undergone to give you this final look that we have when we clicked on the last step. Now if I click the Close and Load button on my Home tab, eventually all the data will be updated in my Excel workbook. And I might actually save this Excel workbook. So I'll hit the Save button and I'm just going to save it to my desktop. And I'm just going to call it Data Model. Now I actually have one, so I'm going to overwrite it. And so now I know that my workbook is saved and all my data is connected to.